Hello everyone, friends. Thank you for visiting Bitcoin Adept. Today we will talk about the price of Bitcoin in the near future, as well as its relationship with gold, since you know that gold leads the way. Bitcoin, and by seeing where it has reached, we can estimate where Bitcoin will go next. And you also know that gold has made two quite significant corrective moves, and now it has started to go up. Also, I will give away $1,000 to those who join me. So let's get started. First, some key points. February is coming to an end. So far, we have a minus 13% February monthly candle. But statistically, you all know that the years following the halving, during the rise of Bitcoin, we always had positive candles, plus 36%. This is for those who haven't watched my previous videos. In 2021, there were these positive candles in 2017, also after the halving in 2016, and in 2013 as well. Plus 61% February candles closed in the positive. Now there are 2 days left, and it would be nice to recover during these days. Then the statistics would, you could say, remain intact. But we'll live and see, as they say. And now I will outline for you at what point in the bull cycle we are, after which we will proceed to the local values for Bitcoin at the moment, what to expect from it in the near future. And then we will move on to the movement of gold and observe some very interesting patterns. So, look, we are currently in this kind of sideways trend. And many who have watched my previous videos know my benchmarks for Bitcoin, which was right here. Reaccumulation of Bitcoin for more than half a year. And before that, there was a movement, very similar to the movement happening now, but in a smaller volume and less prolonged. Before that, there was accumulation, part of the accumulation of Bitcoin. Before this accumulation, there was a part of Bitcoin's movement, just like it was a year ago. Exactly. If you look from today's date, and which is happening now only on a smaller scale. It was there, and the overall situation looks like this. We were at the bottom, after which we had a general impulse, wave upwards to here, after which a correction. The next, impulse wave upwards, if you consider the overall. Then again, a big correction, and we are now halfway of this impulse wave, the fifth wave. If you look into the theoretical part, I have in previous videos again showed 5 Elliott waves, as well as the next 3 waves of the bear market, already a decline, and they look like this. The first wave goes up, this is an impulse wave, and in this wave there are either 2 correction points accordingly, 3 waves, or 1 large correction, and accordingly subwaves. 2 always vary, but invariably. Very often, this is the situation when there is first an impulse wave, then a correction, another impulse wave, a correction, and the fifth final impulse wave. And here the moment of unloading comes. That is, the same situation occurs with us. If we remove all this and outline it with normal technical tools, then we get something like this. This is the third wave, the fourth wave, corrective, and the fifth wave. We are currently in the middle of the fifth wave. I assume so. Yes, these are purely my thoughts. I think that at some point we will come here, to the upper zone. After the corrective movements down in Bitcoin, which need to be pinpointed, that is the turning point, which I assume I have already found. And now let's switch even closer to the 12-hour Bitcoin chart, which is more local. And we see a certain sideways movement, the correction of which we are currently observing. And if we stretch the Fibonacci extension, I have shown all this before. Now I will simply show my entry points. It looks as follows. Let's make all of this a bit smaller. First of all, we will spread out the lateral volumes to see where Bitcoin stayed the longest and what to expect from it. And look, the zone, where it stayed for a very long time. Let's outline this zone. Here it is. This is the area of 95,300, 95,300. You could say 98,900 and from this area. We left the yellow zone, first moved here. Yes, now we are on these lateral volumes, and we stopped here and below, guys. We can say we have the Mariana Trench here, yes, a certain abyss, which if we fly suddenly, there's a calculation for it. I don't have any specific markers, but I think we'll slowly turn around and go higher here. But if we go down, we'll pass through this zone very quickly. To get some nearby values, around $75,000 up, or even $72,000. But that's not the point right now, as you might say, either up or down. No, I don't particularly consider this theory. I assume that from this level, according to our FIBA, we will already be slowly turning around, as we have turned around from this level before. I won't show it 10 times again. In yesterday's video, I explained all of this to you. For those interested, just stretch the Fibonacci and you will see that on all corrections we are up to this zone, up to this point. And here, guys, are the benchmarks. I seem to understand them, but I still need to confirm some points from my signal indicators. The turning points are exactly where to open a long position and where to close it later, if at all. On a more globally medium-term basis on the 12-hour chart, we had a sell signal, but it no longer means anything now. For those asking how to use the signal indicator, guys, only on the current candle that is forming, only on it. You need to look at the signal, not the history. Yes, those signals are all in the past. So, this is the 12-hour chart. Let's look at the 8-hour chart. And on the 8-hour chart, this all leads to the fact that there was a buy signal yesterday, and it worked out yesterday at the level of 86 at 300. From where I also opened a long position, which I informed you about in our trading chat, and some are asking, well, what is the target of this long? Where do you expect Bitcoin to go? Well, guys, if using such standard tools, the target is approximately the area of 90-60-500, yes, and you can set a stop with a risk to reward ratio of approximately 1 to 3. Yes, well, that's the classic approach at $83,000. And speaking about our trading chat, about my signal indicators, about the $1,000 giveaway, I strongly advise you to participate in all of this and gain access to both the trading chats and the signal indicators, as well as trading literature and the $1,000 giveaway. Who is this for and how to do it? You most likely already have an account on the Bybit exchange. In the video description, scroll down to find this official link to Bybit. And you can become my referral. It won't cost you a penny, not now nor later. But you can get all these perks. In short, click on this Bybit link. Here is an official page. Request to join the partner community. And here you can become my referral. Enter my referral code 31329. Write the reason I want to join the Adept. Click send. On this page, you should already be logged into your Bybit account. And that's it. Send it and enjoy using it. So now let's move on to gold and see what movements it is making and what this means in relation to Bitcoin. So let's switch to gold. And here you can see that at the end of last year, it had quite strong movements. Minus 9% is a very strong movement, a correction for gold. First, there was one correction, after which the second one was a bit smaller. And then gold started to rise and continues to go higher and higher. What does this mean? Look, if we switch to Bitcoin and overlay the chart with gold, we will see the following picture. The red chart is the gold chart. Let's do that too. Logarithmic. The candlestick chart is the Bitcoin chart. And guys, I've shown many times that gold leads the way Bitcoin. Even when Bitcoin hits the bottom, gold reaches the bottom earlier. You can see this starting from 2018. I'll outline it very quickly because I've already shown all of this in my previous videos. These are our bottoms. The values show that gold reached the bottom before Bitcoin did, and gold also reached the next peak values before Bitcoin. And so on. You see gold again reached the bottom earlier, Bitcoin a bit later. It doesn't matter. Yes, you can move the gold chart up and down. Nothing changes from that. The main thing for us is to see whether gold reaches a correction or some minimum or maximum values earlier and what happens with Bitcoin at that time. And look, guys, what situation we had with Bitcoin not so long ago, gold arrived at some point into such a sideways trend, which Bitcoin also entered, but for Bitcoin, this sideways trend lasted for quite a long time. Gold values went up earlier and reached its maximum values, after which Bitcoin went up and reached its, again, locally maximum values. And after that, guys, first there was a correction in gold, quite a strong correction in Bitcoin. But it was also this correction. This whole situation had a very strong impact on altcoins, strangely enough, due to Bitcoin. Well, they went down and down, altcoins rolled down significantly. Gold went up, and then there was a second correction in gold. Here, guys, it's not very clear. Everything is visible. Let me delete it. Probably it will be like this, more visible in a human way. And here, again, there's this situation that let's make it larger, really as large as possible. Otherwise, they'll say you're making things up. I'm not making anything up. So gold went down for a second correction, bounced back, and went up, and it went significantly higher. As for Bitcoin, guys, we're currently observing the second one. This correction, during which altcoins have also dropped even more than before. And I assume that this turning point will eventually come somewhere around these values. And we will go to catch up with gold. If we activate my signal indicator, Bitcoin adept cycle will head into this upper unloading zone. Maybe I want to think this way because I opened a long position, or maybe this indicator is just keeping me restless with its signals. After all, it's not the indicator that shows Bitcoin where to go, but rather all indicators are built based on Bitcoin's price. But my thoughts are as follows. I have a long position open, and looking at gold, I expect a further upward movement. That's all for now. Subscribe to this YouTube channel if you want to hear my thoughts on Bitcoin's price and on altcoin prices, as well as join me on the Bybit exchange, meaning become my referral to participate in the $1,000 giveaway, which will happen the day after tomorrow. During these 2 days, you can become my referral. Furthermore, this program is wrapping up, and simultaneously, you will also gain access to our private trading chats, where traders, people, participants share their trades made on the exchange. To all my signal indicators, there are about 8 of them, and a large amount of literature on trading. Thank you to everyone who watched this video to the end. Goodbye, everyone.